welcome to our channel. Due to COVID-19, we are starting a new online batch with daily notes and also included all the related questions for class 12 chemistry and other exams. Guys, please follow the daily videos at 5 p.m. and I assure you that if you follow daily, you will get 95 plus marks in the CBSE examinations and it will help in the other entrance examination too. So watch it and take the advantage. So not wasting much time, let's start our first chapter, that is the solid state. And if you have any query, comment in the comment box. And guys, please prepare the notes side by side as I am writing these for you only. Guys, these are the topics to be covered. That is the definition of solid state, classification of solid state, types of crystalline solid, crystal lattice, unit cell and its types of crystal system, close packing in 2D and 3D, number of atoms per unit cell, packing efficiency, location and number of voids, and these are the topics which are included for the numericals part of this chapter. And imperfections, defects in solid. Guys, this is very important topic. एग्जामिनेशन में जरूर क्वेश्चन आता ही आता है. गाइस, हम सॉलिड स्टेट क्लास 6th से ही करते आ रहे हैं. वी ऑल नो दैट देयर आर 3 states of matter, that is solid, liquid, gas, but here we are dealing only with solid state. Guys, today we will try to finish these 3 topics in our video. Let's start our topic first, that is the introduction of solid state. Guys, solid state, the state of matter which possesses rigidity, definite shape and volume is known as solid state. Guys, in solid state, particles are held very closely with each other so that they are very tightly packed, and for this their intermolecular force of attractions are maximum while thermal energy is minimum in the solid state. What is thermal energy? Thermal energy is the energy due to temperature which results in the movement of particles. Guys, classification of solid states includes 2 types, that is the crystalline solid and the amorphous solid. Guys, in crystalline solid, the constituent particles are arranged in a regular fashion in the short range as well as in the long range order, giving them the definite geometrical shape, while in amorphous solids, no regular arrangement of constituent particles. So at the most, they may have the short range order, hence the irregular shape. For an example, chalk and marble, they both are solid but one break easily while other do not. Why? Because one is crystalline solid while other is amorphous solid. Also, crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature. What is anisotropic mean? Values of physical properties like electrical conductivity, refractive index comes out to be different in different direction, because this may be due to the fact that in different direction different types of particles fall on the waves, like here cations, anions, while amorphous solids are isotropic in nature. What does isotropic mean? If the value of physical properties comes out to be same in all the direction, then the property is called isotropic. This we will do in detail later on. Guys, अभी हमने crystalline solids and amorphous solids को orally समझा, but now we are doing the difference between crystalline solid and amorphous solid. First difference is based on the definition. In crystalline solids, the constituent particles are arranged in a regular fashion, giving them a short range as well as long range order so as to have the definite geometrical shape. Whereas in amorphous solids, no regular arrangement of constituent particles is seen. At the most, they may have short range order and hence irregular shape. In crystalline solids, they have sharp melting point, whereas in amorphous solids, they may melt over a range of temperature. In crystalline solids, they have a clean cleavage. These two properties are due to this fact, that is, they have the regular arrangement, so that's why they have sharp melting point and have a clean cleavage. Similarly, in case of amorphous solids. Now, crystalline solids are also known as true solids, while amorphous solids are known as pseudo-solids or supercooled liquids. Guys, here you may write down a question, very important question based on conceptual part. You also analyze in your real life that window glass of old building is thick at bottom. Why? Guys, this is because glass is a super cold liquid of high viscosity and has the property to flow. That's why window glass of old building is thick at bottom. You may write down another question that window glass of old building look milky. Why? Because this is due to heating during the day and cooling at nights. Heating during the day and cooling at night is also known as annealing. Annealing. Annealing means heating during the day and cooling at night. So, heating during the day and cooling at night over a number of years, glass acquire some crystalline character. That's why it looks milky. Now, they are anisotropic in nature, while amorphous solid are isotropic in nature. This we will do in detail. Example of crystalline solids includes all elements and compounds. NaCl, ZnS, all are crystalline solids, while amorphous solids are glass, plastic, rubber and all polymers. Guys, anisotropic properties means value of physical properties are different in different direction. This is due to the fact that in different directions different types of particles fall on the wave. Guys, ये अभी हमने कुछ देर पहले देखा भी है diagrammatically. Isotropic property means if the values of physical properties comes out to be same in all the direction, then property is called isotropic and the substance showing this property are known as isotropic in nature. Guys, anisotropic and isotropic I think आपको अच्छे से समझ आ गया होगा. Guys, here you may also note down a question that quartz and silica glass are both made up of SiO4 tetrahedra. Then what is the difference between them? You may think guys, जो अभी अभी हमने पढ़ा है उस पर रिलेटेड ही है सब क्वेश्चन और क्वेरीज ये. Guys, let me tell you that quartz is crystalline in nature, whereas silica glass is amorphous in nature. Okay guys, next question is crystalline solids can be converted into amorphous solids. How? Answer: by melting them followed by rapid cooling. We can convert crystalline solids into the amorphous solids. Now guys, we will look up the types of crystalline solids. Guys, see types of crystalline solids. Crystalline solids types are: first is ionic solid, molecular solid, covalent solids and metallic solids. Guys, molecular solids के आगे तीन पार्ट है, that is non-polar, पोलर एंड हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डेड मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड्स। गाइस हम इन सॉलिड्स की प्रॉपर्टीज देखेंगे, दैट इज इनके कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट पार्टिकल्स क्या हैं, इनके बाइंडिंग फोर्सेस क्या रहते हैं, इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिविटी, क्या ये इंसुलेटर्स हैं या कंडक्टर्स हैं, इनकी मेल्टिंग पॉइंट देखेंगे कि हाई है, लो है और फेयरली हाई है, एंड देन वी विल सी देयर एग्जाम्पल। First is the case of ionic solids. The constituent particles in case of ionic solids are ions and they are held by electrostatic force of attraction. Force of attraction को आप FOA in the short form भी लिख सकते हैं. And in solid state they are insulators, means they do not conduct electricity at all, but in molten state they are good conductors. Because of the movement of ions they conduct electricity in the molten state, but in solid state they are insulators. They have high melting point. Guys, examples are NaCl or ZNS. As you can see that they are made up of ions Na positive and Cl negative. Next is the molecular solid. First is non-polar molecular solids. The constituent particles of non-polar molecular solids are atoms of noble gases. Guys, you know that group 18 atoms are helium, neon, argon. They all are included in the non-polar molecular solids, and the binding forces are van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces are also known as London forces or dispersion forces. The electrical conductivity in non-polar molecular solids are insulators. That is, they do not conduct electricity at all and they have very low melting point. Example are chlorine, oxygen, hydrogen, neon and argon. Next is the polar molecular solids. Guys, ये आप नोट करते रहिएगा. The constituent particles in case of polar molecular solids are polar molecules. Polar molecules such as hydrogen chloride or SO2 sulfur dioxide, these are polar molecules. Because of their electronegativity difference, these molecules are considered as polar molecules. And as we have studied in class 11th, polar molecules have dipole-dipole interactions. And they are insulators, that is, they do not conduct electricity and they have low melting point. Next is the hydrogen bonded molecular solids. Hydrogen bonded with highly electronegative elements are the constituent particles of hydrogen bonded molecular solids. Highly electronegative elements include फ्लोरीन, ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजन. ये आप FON फोन के नाम से भी याद रख सकते हैं. एंड द बाइंडिंग फोर्सेस इंक्लूड्स हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स. दे आर वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डेड. नेक्स्ट इज electrical conductivity. They are insulators, they do not conduct electricity and their melting point is low as compared to ionic solids. Example include H2O, water, ammonia, NH3 and hydrogen fluoride. As you can see that oxygen here, nitrogen here and fluorine here. These all are highly electronegative elements. Next is the covalent solids. Constituent particles are atoms in case of covalent solids and the binding forces are covalent bonds. Okay guys, and they are insulator except graphite. As we all know that graphite is a good conductor of electricity and their melting point is very high. And the example include carbon, silica oxide and silica carbide. Next is the metallic solids. Kernel in a sea of mobile electron is the constituent particle of metallic solid. What does kernel mean? Kernel means the positive charge. And they have metallic bond. जितने ज़्यादा मेटालिक बॉन्ड होंगे उतने ज़्यादा अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होंगे, ये हम सब जानते ही हैं. एंड दे आर गुड कंडक्टर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. They are good conductor in both solid as well as in molten state because of the kernel in a sea of mobile electrons. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को आप शॉर्ट फॉर्म में ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. and their melting point is fairly high. And the example includes all metals and alloys. Okay guys, you can note it down or you can take a screenshot as well. ओके गाइस बाकी के टॉपिक्स हम अपने कमिंग वीडियोस में करेंगे. हम डेली आपको 5 PM पे ही मिलेंगे. सो गाइस प्लीज सब्सक्राइब द चैनल एंड हिट द बेल आइकन टू गेट ऑल द न्यू वीडियोस नोटिफिकेशन एट 5 PM डेली. एंड इफ यू लाइक द वीडियो प्लीज लाइक एंड कमेंट इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. थैंक यू एंड हैव अ गुड डे.